Alola everybody, and welcome to the 38th Foreverlocke finale. It's Pokemon Ultra Moon, our 4th time in Alola, where we will attempt to become the first ever champion of Alola once again. And would we be successful in getting even one Hall of Famer today, we will not only have beaten all Alola games, because we've been excuse me, we've been the other 3 successfully before, but even a single Hall of Famer will get us to 200 Hall of Famers in the Foreverlocke. We're now at 199, getting to 200 would be a really nice milestone. This is the team for today, where 4 of these Pokemon were on the team from the start, which is a somewhat surprising fact considering there were 5 deaths. Actually, the Oricorio was there from the start, well, basically from PC access. That's what I'm counting as the starting squad. It was fun playing around with it, and the different nectars that I had transferred in, making different types. I never actually used the Ghost or Psychic type. Electric type was useful a lot of the time, Fire sometimes, and once I got Revelation Dance, I was able to actually offensively change the form as well, and not just do it for defense, for typing, for resistances. Crystal was there from the start, was there from level 2 as a Glaceon. Mostly choice specs. On occasion, like it had Water Pulse in the final slot for a bit. Had the Waterium Z ready on it in a few fights, but never ended up using it. Speaking of Z moves, I've only ever used one this entire playthrough. And that was with an Araquanid that I used to have on the team, that you might have seen in the previous stream that I did of this yesterday. That Araquanid I used Hydro Vortex against the Mudsdale in the Grand Trial for Hapu. Only Z move I've used the entire playthrough, so I wonder if I'll even use one here. Asteroid the Cosmon was there from the start as a Cosmog, and Asuka the Rowlet, named after Asuka Mocha, one of my favorite streamers for sure. Maybe even my favorite, I don't know. But one of my favorites for sure. Her favorite Pokemon is Rowlet, so I knew I'm starting here. That was a very easy choice for a starter. Let's try and get Asuka into the Hall of Fame. Shovel and Blink Blitz were new. These were our deaths. We originally, in the spot where Shovel is now, we had Dragon the Alolan Diglett. But unfortunately there was a Jolteon on Memorial Hill, and I sent Diglett out, and I forgot that I double kick, and that's super effective, and Diglett's frail. Blooper was our NK, was our 3rd UR. Yeah, eventually became a Malamar, was gonna be our weapon against Necrozma, because it is Topsy-Turvy. In Ultra Sun I used Inkay. Now I was gonna use Topsy-Turvy Malamar. That died, so I added Darkness, the Magnezone, who resists all of Necrozma's moves. So I thought, okay, you know what? I can just go into that go into the fight with Darkness, and I don't need the Focus Sash. Because for safety, for the Topsy-Turvy, and for a lot of other strategies from Necrozma, you need the Focus Sash. You get 1 per game on the 4th island. But then there was a Glaceon in Vast Pony Canyon, not too far before the end, like 2-3 fights before the end of it, that killed my Magnezone. So I didn't have that one on the team for very long. Then we got to the Dragon Trial, the Komodo Trial. I didn't have a clear weapon. I had Araquanid as my 3rd UR on the team at the time, because that's the only other UR that could realistically beat Necrozma. However, the problem was I didn't have a clear answer for Komodo. So I was playing it risky, but I knew I would likely have to sacrifice a Pokemon. Pineco had Toxic and Protect. Used Toxic on Komodo, protected, and did go down. But that allowed one of my other Pokemon, I don't even remember which one it was, to finish the fight. 1 or 2 others, I think. That was actually Araquanid, I think, took the hits pretty well from there, but it required the Plankono sacrifice. I added Shovel to the team because I thought a lot of the team was weak to Rock. Didn't have great answers for like electrics or steel types most of the time. So Shovel seemed like a good replacement. And then Hydropiter died on the final fight in Victory Road, Mount Lanakila. This has happened to me before. And I think it was in Pokemon X final fight in the E4? Something died, yeah. So we lost Hydropyter because the entire team was weak to Tyranitar. 2 Pokemon were not weak to Rock. Well, those 2 were both weak to Dark. And I had Sandygast and Cosmoem out, I think, against him because it was in a double battle. Decided to switch Cosmoem because it was going to die to any attack the turn after. To send in Hydropyter to hopefully Liquidation and take out the Tyranitar the turn after. But they predicted that. Stone Edge killed the Hydropyter. So looking at what was left, what was going to come for the Elite Four, the challenges that were ahead, the few individual Pokemon in the different fights coming up that I was afraid of, didn't really have a good answer for. Zeraora seemed like a nice addition. Zeraora was a mythical Pokemon that I redeemed right before this playthrough. I could have redeemed more, I redeemed just the one. Kept the other mythical redeems for future playthroughs. And I thought, you know what, now that I didn't have a level cap. I could add any UR Pokemon that I wanted. Or any Pokemon for that matter. UR just seems the most useful. And there are 5 Pokemon, Zeraora is one of them, that are exclusive to Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Stakataka, Blacephalon, Naganadel, and Poipole are the others. Poipole is a 1X. Stakataka I've yet to catch. That's post-game for this game. So that leaves Blacephalon, who wasn't really great against some of the Pokemon I was afraid of. Lycanroc on Olivia, and a 2-cannon on Kahili, or 2 of them. And then Naganadel, I could have gone for, slotted that one this playthrough, but decided, nah, that's not what we're gonna do. I have an idea of who I'm going to fight first. The Elite Four. I don't really know the rest of the order. I'll decide on that after every fight, basically. And I'll take a look at what Pokemon I have left. I hope and assume no one dies. But who knows? My very first finale in Alola, I ended up with 3 Hall of Famers, because 1 died against Olivia, which was my second Elite Four fight at the time. And 2 more died against the champion, I believe. No, 1 either against Kahili or Asaroa, and then 1 against Kukui. Hey there, Savannah! You've come a long way. You've made it through all the trials and grand trials that make up the Island Challenge. Congratulations! Thanks, are you cold? I can't help but remember when you first chose your partner back on Route 1. Yeah. There's one thing left for you to do. Take on the Pokemon League. This is where the real fun starts. Mount Lanakila is where we've always finished up the Island Challenge. We built our own Pokemon League right up here, as high into the heavens as we could get, to show our respect for our legendary Pokemon and to honor it. Still remember it like it was yesterday. I went all the way to Indigo Plateau. Yeah. Right to the Pokemon League headquarters. And I went right at them, cousin. Those gym leaders encounter really messed my team and me up. Then I saw my team battling for me through it all, pouring their souls into their moves for me. And then the last guy, the dragon user in the cape. Oh, sorry, enough about me. Let's get you in there, yeah. But before you head in, make sure you're good and ready. You won't be able to come back out. Aww. Aska. That's adorable. I guess if you start on the team, they do a thingy. Also, I'm not gonna put this in the Foreverlocke Discord for once. I'm gonna put this in Asuka's Discord. Started with you, Oscar. Let's end with you too. So who would be Pokemon like Hall of Famer 200? It would be whatever Pokemon leads into the finale. Like, leads against the final people. Well, against the champion fight. It's not the champion, it's not Cookie. So. Team Skullgrunt Savannah reporting for duty. Let's get to the Hall of Fame. Four trainers. Every Pokemon League in every region all over the world features 4 fantastic trainers called the Elite Four. Here in Alola 2, we've got 4 trainers all lined up for a Pokemon League. You'll win your way past every last one of them. You can't leave until you do. Or until you give up. Or Ikorio can sense when his trainer is nervous. Stay loose. You'll be fine. I expect you to show me some intense moves and real heart-stopping battles in there. Good luck, Savannah. Or Ikorio. I think the first 2 times I've gone through Alola, I've gone left or right. And then in Sun, the 3rd playthrough in Alola, I swapped in between them. This time, I'm starting with Kahili. I usually do them in order in feel most confident to feel least confident about. And I feel pretty confident about this fight, especially with Zeraora added. 2 electric types. Oh, here you are. Why don't we see who the wins favor today? You or me? Optimally, I can have Zeraora set up before Toucan comes out. With 1 or 2 bulk ups. A wishing ribbon. But that's not what I wanted to check. Are 2 more PP ups that I didn't actually use because I wasn't sure what move to put it on. Might be a good idea to save now. Nah, I'm good. I'll be fine. Alola! And Alola once again. My name is Kahili. A few years ago I was a champion of the island challenge too, just like you. I've been traveling the world to improve my skill as both a trainer and as a golfer. When I heard that they'd made a Pokemon League in my own home region, I came flying back to serve Alola. Have a look at my fantastic flying type team! I actually could have opened with Zeraora here to set up. Dance, dance, bom, bom, bom. Generation dance. There's no stat boost like with an aura like the totems had or Necrozma. They don't have to worry about that, but if Oricorio doesn't outspeed Toucan, I'm in trouble. Because Toucan has Rock Blast and it has Skill Link, so that's a 5-hit, super effective Rock Blast. Effective 125 power, and then super effective. They have 3 dance moves and then Air Slash. I'll go first. So they get Revelation Dance as well for free if I don't KO. But I KO, let's go. I'd like to see Halucha next. Yes. Because Mandibuzz is a super effective move against Link Blitz. Actually, no, I could have just used Oricorio against Mandibuzz, it's fine. I can set up here. Probably 2 bulk ups. See what they do. I love the Zeraora. I think is one of my favorite Pokemon. Kalava is my favorite. Zeraora was a really close challenger, and if it was featured more in, I don't know, the anime, the card game, whatever, and it would be easier to use maybe in the games, it might be my favorite Pokemon. I think its design is super cool, and I just saw the animation for Plasma Fists in game for the first time while I was training with it. This is such a cool Pokemon. It looks really cool. You're gonna probably love the animation for Plasma Fist. I'm really looking forward to showing that off. Poison Jab, deal a bit of damage. Just don't poison me, please. That's just annoying. Okay, they did do almost no damage. I did actually EV train Zeraora, considering I added it right at the end of Mount Lanakila. It is fully EV trained in defense. And then it has like 156, something like that in HP, and then around 100 in attack. Let's throw a full restore on there. You might wonder why I have Protect on this Pokemon. One main reason, and it's not the fact that I have leftovers, even though the fact that I have leftovers is the reason to use Protect, but it's mainly for the Olivia fight, which I'll probably do next. So I can use Protect against Lycanroc, because Lycanroc still worries me. Look at this animation, it's so cool. Yeah, it's so awesome. Love that. Get out of here. Mana Buzz, but I have boosts. Mana Buzz is good defensive, but super effective with 2 boosts and some EV investments. Get out of here. Plasma! Yeah! Oh yeah, that looks so cool. Toucannon's best move here is probably Beak Blast. Well, not even just Beak Blast, it's just using the Flying EMZ. Although Bullet Seed, 5 hits, could be good. But Zeraora is hella fast, like 143 base speed. I think that Toucannon's dead. Plasma! First! Yeah! I'm excited every time I use that move. Let's go! You know, I think you'll bring a breath of fresh air into the Alola battle scene. I was honestly annoyed when Kukui kept pestering me to come here, but I'm glad I did. There are 3 more members of the Elite Four, and every one of them is a top class trainer. Let's do a Rotoloto. That reminds me, I forgot to put EXP power on. Might as well use it. Everyone on good HP? Yes. Let's see, what's the next one that I'm gonna take on? I feel pretty safe about Acerola. feel pretty safe among most of them. Let's do Acerola next. I could do Ghost or Ikorio here, but then I'd be weak to their Ghost moves. So... Actually, I'll go Fire, so that way, in case I want to use Ikorio, I have a super effective move against Delmise and Frostlass. I have one against Delmise, but it's more optimal this way. I only have one more Yellow Nectar, because there's specific timing that I usually didn't play at that time to even get the Yellow Nectar. So I can only go back into Yellow, so into Electric one more time. Was I gonna say red? Yeah. I don't expect to use acrobatics. The moment I'm considering using acrobatics, I will remove the leftovers off of Etchy. Because then acrobatics goes better, but I'll have leftovers on otherwise. Keep choice back, keep lefties. For Asuka, I'll put a different one on. You're gonna take the Ghost DMZ. Just in case I use you. Actually, Ghostium? Calisand is the one I'm really worried about. Nah, I'll do this. And then we actually activate the XP points. Wait, did we put the right Pokemon up front? Yes. Are we doing it right to left this time? Maybe. Hiya, Acerola here, bringing an old royal touch to the Pokemon League. So that's why you weren't there during Mina's trial. You were here. You had Nanu fight me? He did most of the Grand Trial stuff on the other island too, apparently. Nanu said maybe he can't refuse a tap with choosing him to serve as Kahuna. But he'd be darned if he had to serve as one of the Elite Four just because some guy asked him. So I guess we'll just have to battle hard enough to make up for his not being here. Let's go, Acerola. I don't have a normal type on the team right now. Otherwise, it would be really fun to use a normal type against Drifloon, because Drifloon doesn't hurt normal types. I think at least in 2 of the 3 Alola runs so far, Drifloon with only Ominous Wind. I think it's Ominous Wind in all games. Can't hit you. And then if Acerola sends it at last, it can't Baton Pass its Amnesia or Focus Energy to another Pokemon. Shadow Ball! Calisand now. Yeah, just Crystal still, I think. I'm a little worried about Calisand. It has some good defense. It's more physical than special. So I'm wondering if it'll survive. I have choice spec, so I can't do Ice Beam Mirror, otherwise I would have. Alright, good enough. It worked out. We should be able to get through this fight just fine now. Are you gonna send in Drift Bloom next? Frostlass? No, Drift Bloom is last. So if he would have had a normal type on the team, I would have used it against Drift Bloom. Crystal's not that fast, so that's been annoying or even scary at times. But it's faster than as well as Pokemon so far. 110 base speed, I think, for Frostlass. That's hard to defeat. Shadow. Whoa! I'm surprised how high level I was compared to the E4 once I even got here. I did use the Rotom EXP boost for a bit, but I was still surprised that I was over-leveled instead of the E4 having pretty much caught up. Now, there are more fights in this game, especially in Minas Trial was adding a bunch of trainer fights to the game. That alone is bigger. There's higher levels just because in general the levels are slightly higher. Level curve is slightly stronger in this game, so that allows me to gain XP a bit more. Oh, that went well. Let's roll it down. Crystal just took care of it. I'm speechless. You've done me in. No, Oscar, you can't evolve. You're just a baby. No evolution for you. You gotta stay the little owlie. Phew. Well, there goes my hope of beating you to smithereens and becoming champion myself. You have 2 more trainers to take on. Are you getting tired? If you are, and you still are beating us, then I guess we've got quite a bit farther to go ourselves. I have electric Choreo now, so I think just because of that, do Olivia first. Actually, no, I have fire right now, so then we do Moraine first. That makes a lot more sense. But we're still not going to use acrobatics. Items seem fine. Except for Asuka. Probably won't be doing anything in this fight. So I'll put Eviolite back on. Grassy MZ maybe for if it fights Dugtrio specifically, but otherwise no. I think that's how we'll do it. So we could do Shovel first too. Nah, I'll go Etchy, because Etchy just hits harder than Shovel does. Shovel will be nice against some of them though. I will be using Shovel in this fight. See, Etchy's special attack is 167. Shovel's 122. What I really like is that Dugtrio, Molaine's ace, doesn't have a rock move. No Rock Slide, no Stone Edge. So I can safely use Byleth style Oricorio. I really was looking forward to using Psychic or Ghost Oricorio at least once, but the way it's looking right now is I'll go Electric for Olivia and then stay Electric for the finale. Like the finale. Goku asked me to, so I decided to be in the Elite Four. I'm looking forward to battling against you and Sophocles here in the Pokemon League. You have Prankster. Are you going to make use of it? I hope not. Oh, you did, and it's Thunderwave. But you missed 10%. Revelation Dance. I don't have to heal in the next one. Let's go. That's really nice. No issues with Reflect either for if I want to use a different Pokemon later, even though mostly I'll use special attacks here. Magnezone second, that makes sense considering it's an electric type. Magnezone is one of the reasons why I have Shovel on the team. Without Shovel, this would have been a scary Pokemon. Can still be scary with Flash Cannon, but Shovel, I think, has a bit of special defense training. No, I think I did give it full special defense EVs, because it wasn't full on EVs whatsoever once it got to the league, because I added it after the Komodo trial. So just the last island and then Ultra Necrozma, that was it for Shovel being on the team. Why would you use Screech? You don't have physical moves. Like, there are 0 physical moves on your league, like on that Pokemon. Why would you have Screech and not Metal Sound? I feel like that's a mistake. Yeah, sure, full restore, and then we waste it. You know I'm going to hit you back into Sturdy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure because of this Magnezone fight specifically, I trained it in special defense. To make sure it could survive even a crit Flash Cannon, that was the idea. And then I think I put the rest in HP. Yes, waste another full restore. An E4 member using 2 full restores on the same Pokemon and it's not their ace. I'm not complaining. Use up all of them. I'm gonna make you use up all of them. Oh look, it's Flash Cannon. Let's see how much that does. With Eviolite, 60 damage. Okay, that plus a crit would be 90. So yeah, a regular one plus a crit, assuming no special defense drop, would have been fine. Because I think Flash Cannon can actually lower special defense. Low chance? 10%, yeah. That would have been scary. But we didn't get that, which is good. Because they used Screech turn 1 for some reason. We got a Bisharp, and I'm actually really scared of Bisharp because it has Night Slash. Also, my defense just got weakened. Remember? So we go back to Etchy. Bisharp only has one move that Etchy doesn't resist, and it's called Night Slash. We should be okay with it. Revelation Dance! There's no other special moves, so I don't see the need to use Calm Mind. I'll just stick to full HP. Here's a big one though, Metagross. Actually, I was thinking of using Shovel here, right? I think. Can't use Crystal, because too risky with Bullet Punch, super effective. Let's compare defenses. So Shovel's damage now. It does have Eviolite, but it's damaged. 119 defense to 130. Actually, Etchy is higher. 210, 115, yeah. Etchy. Right. The only thing I don't resist is Zen Headbutt, which is still strong. It's stab. 90 accuracy. That thing is a pseudo legendary. Revelation Dance! Not quite enough. Less than I expected, I'll take it. Actually, because of that and the fact that I feel safe, I'm actually going to heal. wait for the miss. Go into... Actually, I don't need to wait and go into Duck Trail with more health. Because the worst Duck Trail is going to hit me with... Actually, no, they do have the Steel Z move, but I do resist it. Is that our Sucker Punch? I should be okay. Usually when I do that, something bad happens after. I do go with one more turn on the lefty's heal. Duck Trail's fast though. But I'm 13 levels higher. We'll see. Get more heals. Either based on typing and at full HP, I should be fine. Sucker Punch, that's a Revelation Dance. Bowling down. No, you gotta stay Cosmo and Asteroid. It was pretty interesting. It was, I think, in the fight against Necrozma, the first one, when it became Dawnwing's Necrozma, so when it absorbed Lunala. That fight, I think, was the first time when Asteroid reached level 53, which is its evolution level, where it would have become a Lunala, because we're playing Ultra Moon. So we just lost Lunala. I could have had a new Lunala, but I already have a Lunala. It doesn't count. It's not how the Foreverlocke works. I could have had Palosand. I could have had Decidueye. I could have had a Lunala if I had played a regular game, but that's not how the Foreverlocke works. Gotta make it difficult. Gotta challenge myself. Kukui made trainers who he thought were strong into members of the Elite Four, but he didn't choose any challengers. He's waiting for a fresh breeze to blow through Alola. Battling with you is interesting. I think you outdo even Kukui. You're second to none. Thank you, Malane. See you at the party in Nikki Town. 2 more fights to go. We still have 6 Pokemon. We're looking good. Alright, let's get a Rotoloto. The only one I really care about is the XP points. Because everything else that we get in battle, prize money doesn't matter because I'm not going to buy anything. It's sort of like Roto Boost I can't use. And I have PP restores and HP restores, which I am allowed to use, because they're basically max potions and, I think, Lepa Berries. Then the rest doesn't matter, so I was just hoping for XP, more XP points there. Okay. Olivia, start with Armaldo. Originally, when I had a Rockwooded on the team, I think I was going to use a Rockwooded against some of these Pokemon. It would be unsafe to have Etchy in Fire form. So I need to go back to Electric. I could use the other two. Like, I could use Ghost or Psychic here. It doesn't matter. Actually, it might matter for specifically when attacking Cradily, because Cradily resists Electric, doesn't resist Ghost and Psychic. The thing with Ghost and Psychics, they are weak to Lycanroc's Crunch. Now, all the Pokemon are weak to Stone Edge anyway, but Stone Edge at least can miss. So that's the main reason I'm going Electric here. Found a Yellow Nectar. Back to Pom Pom. Is there a chance to use acrobatics here? Yes, but only against Cradily. I'm unlikely to do that. But then again, anything that I fight that isn't called Cradily, I will probably die in 2 hits anyway, whether I have leftovers or not. So we'll take the leftovers off to give me the option of a stronger, to have a good physical move. Who do I open with? I think Blink Blitz might be the best play here. Set up with Bulk Up. Because I was thinking of setting up Blink Blitz anyway, just to make Lycanroc safer with its Z move. Olivia refused to use the Z move in the Grand Trial. I had a Pineco against Lycanroc. I beat Olivia's Grand Trial with Oricorio and Pineco, 2 things weak to rock. Oricorio took care of Anorith, and then Lileep. And then I had Pineco with Sturdy to take care of Lycanroc, use Toxic turn 1, then had Protect ready. No, I didn't even use Protect, I just healed. So that whenever its Rocky MZ move comes out, I would live with Sturdy. But it never came to that. They just kept using Bite or Crunch, whichever move it was. Because I think Blink Blitz lead. Crystal... Blink Blitz... No, I was gonna take a Cradily. I was gonna use Crystal against Cradily, actually. But Blink Blitz can definitely do that. I would have liked probably to have Break here already, but I do still want to have the Protect for Lycanroc. Those Combat lowers my defenses. The only thing on their side that it's special is Probopass, which is one of the 2 with a super effective movement, I think about it. And then Cradily with Energy Ball doesn't really matter. So I just set up multiple bulk ups, preferably just to go to full. And go from there. Asteroid, Asuka, you are getting the Grassy MZ. I've set up certain Z crystals, such as the Grassy MZ, the Ghost MZ. I explained at the start the Waterium Z on Glaceon a few times when I had Water Pulse. Didn't end up using the move, but it is good to think about this stuff in case something weird happens. I just want to be ready. Two more. For a good portion of this playthrough, 5 of my Pokemon were weak to rock. I beat the Rock Grand Trial with 2 things that were weak to rock. Right now, 3 of my Pokemon are weak to rock. 1 of them resists it. Let's fight Olivia. No introduction needed here. Time to battle me, Olivia. I would have liked there to be some kind of introduction, like how much we've both grown since the Grand Trial, something like that. She's the only Kahuna that we refight in this. We know Nanu wasn't fighted, but Acerola took his place. And in Sun and Moon, you do fight Hala, and this one you fight Moraine, which I think is an interesting swap. And then you have Kahili as the final one, because Hapu only just became Kahuna. It makes sense she's not equal yet. While Kukui is organizing everything, she wasn't even the Kahuna yet. She has Rock Blast. Rock Blast with multiple crits is the scariest thing that she can do. I want to set up at least 3 bulk ups, but I'm going to try to go for 6. I might not do Protect every time, but then again, I might drop Protect after this fight for Brick Breaks, just so I have a move that I can KO with that it doesn't lower my defenses. I was thinking of putting Drain Punch there earlier, but I can't relearn Drain Punch or Close Combat or Plasma Fist once I'm in the league. Hulk up! Ow. I think that's 3 now? Yeah. We'll just go for maximum. I'm playing it super safe with the potential of Rock Blast crit. The standard crit from Crush Skull or X-Scissor, I don't think will pay out. But I want to play it safe still. Rock Blast multiple crits is the scariest. Build up. Bulk up. Protect. Get some more heals with leftovers. One more bulk up. Now we have some big defenses. One of Olivia's Pokemon is sturdy, which is great. Unfortunately, it is the one that has Earth Power. Plasma Fist! Yeah! Actually, in fact, I hope Probo passes next, because it has a super effective move. Because I want to use Close Combat against the others, and I don't want my special defense lowered when I've yet to fight the thing that actually hits special. Probo pass next, let's go. That's optimal for me, so I don't even have to worry about defense being lowered. They have Sturdy, I'm not going to bother with Close Combat. Plasma Fist! So cool. Into Sturdy, so we're gonna play around with some full restores here, probably. Sandstorm, oh no, I'm gonna get damage. That is the optimal play. Well, I guess more optimal would have been Thunder Wave, because that doesn't do anything. Where I just heal whatever Sandstorm does. And now she's going to use, I'm going to assume 2 full restores, because that's what Molayne did. This sturdy Pokemon. Plasma Fists! And by her healing, that just stalls out the Sandstorm as well. Which could be annoying later when I do actually get damaged. Because then the Sandstorm effectively cancels out the leftovers. But I'd like to have my healing. So this is already 3 turns of Sandstorm. That includes a turn that it's set up, so we're only going to see it in effect for 2 more turns. Plasma Fist! There's Gigalith. Gigalith does have Bulldoze lower my speed, which could be annoying, but I'd probably still be faster than everything. but also Plasma Fist. I have ×4 power. Get out of here. Lycanroc next, so not even Cradily. I'll take it, because that means I'm at full defenses. I'll protect turn 1 just in case they want to use their Z move. Honestly, Stone Edge is the most dangerous move that they could do right now. Oh, counter, yeah, that's dangerous too, except you don't have Sturdy. Die. Let's go back! Yeah, I've lost the Pokemon to that counter before. Crit kill! In your face. Get defeated. Ah, let's get a level 69. We get to cancel its evolution again. And then Cradily, we're just gonna be here and get punched. Plus combat. Booyah! 6 Pokemon into the finale. The finale. That just leaves the champion fight. But first we gotta cancel an evolution. Asuka, you're still a baby. You get to stay a baby. I don't see the same look in your eyes that I saw when we first met on Akala Island. You had some experiences that you'll carry with you in your heart forever. Well, it's time for you to move on. Let me guess. You're the type who'd like to save the most delicious bite to the end of the meal? Yes. I do. I usually, if there's something that I really dislike, I'll do it the opposite way. The thing I really dislike, I eat first to get it out of the way so I can enjoy the rest. And my enjoyment doesn't get interrupted. Is that XP? Yay! XP into the champion fight. It could give us a level. Might make a difference. Alright, let's see how I want to tackle this finale. And with that, decide who's gonna become Hall of Famer 200. It's just whoever's the lead. The rest I can put in a certain order. Like, if I still had Pineco, that's the thing with Pineco. I really didn't want to sacrifice Pineco against Komodo. Because Pineco's Hall of National Pokedex number is 204. Pineco was even in the 5th slot in the team and on the overlay, where Shovel is now. The 5th Pokemon in my team, assuming all 6 would get into the Hall of Fame, would have been Hall of Fame with 204. This was my first opportunity where I had a Pokemon on my team whose Hall of Fame number could have matched a National Dex number. And I lost Pineco. So it didn't happen. Okay, opener for champion fight. Blink Blitz is kind of safe, but it doesn't have a great move against the opener. I think Shovel is actually the play. Shovel might become Hall of Famer 200 if this all works out. Shovel's my lead. Might be the play against the Flareon. Blink Blitz should be able to do well there too, though. Tauros, I will want to use Blink Blitz, preferably set up already. So I'll use, if Flareon comes out early, I might set up on it with Blink Blitz. Although Charm is going to be annoying on Flareon. Noivernus Crystal Crabominable is Blink Blitz. Primarina. Blink Blitz again? Yeah, his attack stat is even higher than special attack on Oricorio. So I don't think I'll use Oricorio in the entire fight. What would be, if I do use it, would be the optimal play. I could use the Ghost one for Raichu, but then Raichu can hit with Thunderbolt, so no. Electric for Primarina. I could use Fire for Crabominable. That does make me not have a backup for Primarina. Although actually Crystal could be pretty good there. I can Acrobatics Crabominable there, but Stone Edge scary on Crabominable, but it is slow. Would there be a reason for me to use Psychic? I could use the Psychic one for Crabominable, actually. Psychic's still weak to Raichu. Doesn't hit Primarina super effectively. And it hits Crabominable as well as... Actually, no, it hits Crabominable better. Do I have any other Pokemon that would be good against Crabominable? No. So basically, I choose between Electric Etchy for Primarina, or do I choose Psychic Etchy for the first time and go Crabominable? Because whichever one I choose is the one that goes to Hall of Fame. I don't even have an image prepared on my tracker for the Psychic one. Would be interesting to use the Psychic one. Who am I more scared of, Crabominable or Primarini? Primarina, I just want to hit hard. I want to destroy it with Blink Blitz. Blink Blitz needs to just not die. I'll keep it electric. Yeah, I'll keep it electric. Evilite, Choice Specs Crystal. Yeah, because I don't expect to switch it around. Evilite there, yeah, because Asteroid's just there for defense. It doesn't have any offensive moves. Wingless leftovers. Asuka. Actually, what's it? Speed comparison between Primarina. Okay, that's 60. What about Rowlet? Rowlet's 42. Okay, Primarina's gonna be faster. It doesn't have an ice move, which is great, but it does have Moon Blast. I was thinking maybe Asuka with Gracium Z could be a backup for Primarini. But that does mean I don't have Eviolite. Gracium Z could be a full backup. I could also do Flynium Z to have a backup for Crabominable. Crabominable. 43 base speed. But I'm 10 levels higher. Yeah, we'll do Flynium Z for Asuka, just in case. As a backup for Crabominable. And then Oricorio is the backup for Primarina. Because I might go into Primarina with lowered special defense due to close combat against Tauros. Oh yeah, I was gonna put Brick Break on. Because that way, if I'm able to set up well enough, I can maybe take Tauros out with just Brick Break. But I'm worried about Charm on Flareon. Okay, power points now. Elixir for sure on Blink Blitz. Few Revelation Dance lost a few. You use Shadow Ball. You use Earth Power. We didn't use anything. We're already at maximum. It doesn't matter. PP ups, which one are we gonna use a bunch? I don't freaking know. Plasma Fists, because it's cool. I think we're ready. I think that's gonna be it. We're going into the finale with this. Finale. Let's get the 200 Hall of Famers. This is cool, because there's no one there. There is no champion. So when I first got through Sun and Moon, I really wondered what was going on, and I really loved how they played it out. And what I love about Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon as a second version, there's a lot of things where you expect certain things and then they are different. Like suddenly, Gladion has a Zorua, and they played the Zorua game right off the bat with the Zubat. And I happened, in my first playthrough, I happened to have a Psychic type or a Psychic attack on the team. Used it, didn't work. It's like, oh, he has a Zorua now. Or places where you suddenly don't fight Molayne. Or places where you do fight certain other trainers. Changes in who you fight in certain places, slightly different Pokemon. Change up the teams compared to the original Sun and Moon. And then this bit. Because it plays the same as the original Sun and Moon. For a while. Oh yeah, now you're the Pokemon League champion. Wouldn't it be nice if it was that simple? The truth is, there's one more person you have to battle if you want that title. And of course that trainer is me! Woo! Just kidding! And this is where I got confused. I was like, who the hell else am I going to fight? And then I realized, wait a second. We didn't fight How right before the Elite Four. This is why. You know what? Something kind of hit me after I finally beat my old Grams in an all-out serious battle. Oh, something that also changed how I love his character development and the way he trains and wants to care for other people in Pokemon. Stronger than in Sun and Moon. You're kind of my hero, Savannah. You and your team are, I mean. And because I really look up to you, I really want to have a serious battle against you. I really want to be able to win against you. Because it's way more fun when Pokemon and their trainers are all friends and get along. They can do something really amazing. This intro bit is the same, but then once we see how's image, timed well. You're challenged by how? Music changes. No matter the result, let's eat some big malasadas after this. Shovel, let's go! Glaceon would have been a nice Pokemon here if Raichu didn't have Focus Blast. Focus Blast is scary. Psychic is going to be the strongest move here. 61. Without a special defense drop, I should be safe there. Don't like that it didn't KO. Just use the full restore. I might get a special defense drop. Optimally, I don't crit, but I do get a special defense drop. And then they full restore a second time, and then I just KO them. That's optimal. They did 61 damage. With the crit, that would be 95 to 100, so I should be safe. Withdraw? Oh! Maybe I should have used Shadow Ball, because they actually can switch. Didn't consider that. I forgot that some of the later games they switch. believe I give you special defense? I think? I could just heal and see what happens. I could also switch to Glaceon. Glaceon's defense is especially higher. The special defense is 2, has more HP. Probably fine. I'm gonna heal. I want to see what damage it does. Actually, no, it has Dark Pulse. It has Dark Pulse for some reason. Switch. There's no point in staying in, I think. At least it's Dark Pulse. Yeah. No stab this time in. Not that much damage from Crystal. Dragon Pulse is gonna hit a bit harder. Ice Beam. I also want to try and find a place to safely heal my other Pokemon, because I've had that issue before where I was in a safe matchup, but it didn't heal the others, and then that cost me later. Traveled 69. Survived for now, but they still have Raichu. I need to remember that. Flareon. Best option for that was Blink Blitz. It should be a very safe fight for Blink Blitz, but I want to have my stats set up. Like, +1 or 2 on the attack. So I do want to bulk up. And if they keep using Baby Doll Eyes, I guess that's fine. Because this neutralized my attack again, but I do get a boosted defense. As long as they use that and not Charm, I'm fine. It's just annoying. I'll keep setting up. Okay, that's not Baby Doll Eyes or Quick Attack. Is it Flare Blitz or Charm? Dang it. Alright. I'm gonna be at low attack, but I'm gonna get really high defense at this point. What I might do, I'm going to use this time to just heal the others. I'll figure the attack situation out later. The thing is, if I stay in with Zeraora, they're likely to send in Tauros next. I do have high defenses, which is great, but they can still crit with Earthquake. So I'd like to be able to take them down immediately. The Tauros has Intimidate. Intimidate bad. More Baby Doll Eyes. More defense boost. Hey, can you just keep using Flare Blitz or Quick Attack? Please? Dang it. Oh, that's not gonna work. I don't have an increased chance crit move. Look at this. +4 defense, -3 attack. That's not what I want. Well, I'm not using close combat. I'm still fast. I have great defenses. So I might just need a few hits to take them out. I'll go for the maximum on defense, which is 1 more. You know, the fact that they've only used Charm 2 or 3 times, I shouldn't complain too much about, because that's the best thing that I can do. No, the best thing I can do is only Charm. Or maybe go for the burn with Flare Blitz. I think Flare Blitz can burn me. Okay, -2. That would be -3 when we go into... What's it? Tauros. Let's see how much Plasma Fist does with the half attack. Plasma Fist! It feels so cool. Plasma Fists! Yeah! I feel the need to say that it's a cool animation every time. Because it is. It's so cool. Tauros next. Because that's the only thing with a ground move. Gonna be a bit scary if it crits. I'm not certain I can kill it. If I were to crit, I go back to normal power. Would crit super effective Brick Break be enough? I think I might as well just use close combat. See what it does. Because whether I'm at +5 defense or +6 defense is not going to matter much to their damage output. Close combat! Not even enough for a 2-shot. Very little damage. I deal a good portion of that. Actually, I'm gonna check something. I didn't think about this before. Does Zeraora learn Sword Sense? Actually, no, you can't get Sword Sense TM until post-game. Could it have learned it? No. Zeraora does not learn Sword Sense. Okay, so now I'm just gonna Brick Break. That's the same damage output as Plasma Fist would have been. Not sure if another Brick Break would be enough, so I will close combat once again here. What I need to be wary of is, yeah, I'm at -3 attack, which is not great. I'm at +4 defense, which is good, but I'm at -2 special defense, which is scary for Raichu and for Primarina. Because I'm not sure I can one-shot Primarina and then to take a Waterium Z straight to the face, like a Hydro Vortex. I don't really like how in the champion fight they still just have Waterium Z instead of Primarinium. Alright, Raichu. I'll reset Zeraora stats, that's the best I can do. Reset special defense and reset attack. Because I'm gonna need special attack after this. There's Raichu, Primarini, and Krabby after this. Full restore immediately, okay. Because you didn't use enough of them before, you just switched to Northern. Shadow Ball, be angry! Rah! Special defense, drop, let's go. We like that. That did less damage than before. I'll take it. Raichu down. 2 more. Krabby Brawler, but Ice Form. I don't have a real nickname that I usually give Crabominable. Crab Brawler is Krabby Brawler. And not because it looks like Krabby. It's just a crab. It's Krabby Brawler sounds fun. Unrelated to the Pokemon called Krabby. What did I say I was going to do against Crabominable? Blink Blitz, I think. I think I can just one-shot with Close Combat, but then I'm scared. I'll do one Bulk Up. Actually, that doesn't make a difference for Primarina. It's just my remaining HP, so this might be bad, actually. This way I go into Primarina with less HP. But this way I can also KO Primarina with Plasma Fist. I should be able to one-shot both. I want to see if I can get them to miss Ice Hammer, though. Just like that. Great play, actually. With the boosts I have, bit of VV investment, not enough. Not a fan. But I'm gonna have Stab. Comparing Crabominable to Primarina, this was just regular Brick Break. I would have Plasma Fist and set, which is Stab and 100 pace power, so that's double already compared to Brick Break. No, this is super effective Brick Break, so it's the same, but I double it again for super effective Plasma Fist. Please heal? Yay, because that gives me more leftover skills. I feel very good about this. Awari! More lefty heals gives me more safety just in case Primarina gets Hydro Vortex off. I do feel like they should have had the starter exclusive Z moves in the champion fight at least. Even regular Sun and Moon. Alright, one of my favorite Pokemon. He's gonna bring us to Hall of Fame. He's gonna bring me to 205. He's gonna make sure even though Alola is scary and I haven't gone deathless in any of the games, I will have beaten them all. And our only Foreverlocke loss so far has been in the very first one. Even though Platinum was close. Y2 was really close. Let's get into the Hall of Fame. Blink Blitz. I didn't expect to use you so soon in the Foreverlocke, but in the short time you were here, with just pretty much just a bit of training before the league and the league itself, it was so enjoyable to have you. I think it's time to finish up with one of my favorite moves in this series. Oh, hi Lord West. Sorry, I don't usually look at chat during one of the fights. Why do I not have the Sidrai, Palisand, Lunala? Because I'm doing a Foreverlocke. And one of the rules in the Foreverlocke is 3 of your Pokemon must be able to evolve, and one of them must be able to evolve twice. And I'm not going to use a Z move. The only Z move I had equipped was Flynium Z with on Rowlet, just as a backup for Crabominable. I've only ever used one Z move the entire playthrough. I used the Hydro Vortex on Hapu's Mudsdale, back when I still had an Araquanid on the team. Anyway. I was going to finish it off. My dear Blink Blitz, redeemed at the start of this playthrough, one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Let's use one of my favorite animations of all time. And bring me to over 200 Foreverlocke Hall of Famers. Plasma Fists! Yeah! Hall of Fame! Critical kill on the champion fight! Let's freaking go! You want to keep moving forward. Just staying at full power all the time. No, Shovel, you can't evolve. You're supposed to take a Shovel. We managed to pull off something pretty amazing. When my partners and I were all in sync and plotting the same thing. Looks like we're still one step away from being the strongest trainer in team. But you know what's funny? Even though we lost, that was more exciting than any other battle I've ever had until now. Everything is all mixed up inside me. It was so fun, so frustrating, and just... Yep, it was just awesome, really. Amazing. You and Hao were both amazing, Savannah. It's like I told you before. The strongest moves you can use are the ones a trainer and their Pokemon choose together in the heat of the moment, when it really counts. And you just proved me right. Congrats, cousin. You're a champion we can all be proud of. What's already been night? Up there? Mount Hokulani? Man, the Pokemon, the trainers in the Alola region really are the best. I want everyone in the world to know that too. That's always been my dream. Right here, right now, it finally came true. And so thanks to you, Savannah. You and your Sandy guest. so happy I got to see that flaming hot battle here. Right where my dreams came true. And now, Savannah. First ever champion of the Alola Pokemon League. It's time we record you and your beloved team's achievement for eternity. And we listen to that grand music that we're not going to get in the next... No, actually, we're going to get it in the next game because we're playing Sinnoh. Even though it's Gen 8. But Galar doesn't have it. Paldea doesn't have it. But I want my Hall of Fame music. Games. Future game. Gen 10 Pokemon, please have Hall of Fame music. Even if there's no standard Hall of Fame. Let's listen. Yeah! 6 more in after a really difficult game. We got ourselves Shovel! That's number 200! 201 Crystal the Glaceon. 202 Etchi the Oricorio. Asteroid the Cosmo with 203. 204 Blink Blitzera Aura. Asuka made it! Asuka Mocha into the Hall of Fame is number 205. Do 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 do. I wanna listen to this music a bit more because I enjoy it so much. I also want to get another screenshot. Rowlet. There. Alright, get to the credits. I forgot that was the sticker. The stamp. I'm not gonna wait for another one. You really do love your Pokemon with all your hearts, don't you, Savannah? Yep. That's precisely why she and her Pokemon were able to combine that strength to emerge victorious. Now we're all going to be aiming for your seat. I hope you're ready for some rivals. Come on, Savannah. Let's go celebrate you becoming Alola's first ever champion. Together with everybody. The old Gramps said we'd have an awesome party, no matter which one of us won. Alright, Savannah. Let's bust a U-turn for Mele Mele Island. We're gonna have a big festival in Inky Town. Don't worry. I'll be sure to let Lily know, too. Thank you very much for watching this playthrough, everyone. Watching the, I think, 3 different streams I did for it Saturday, then Monday, then Wednesday. I completed this game in 5 days, just over 5 days. I set up the file Friday evening last week. Started playing in the about halfway the afternoon on Saturday. It's now Thursday evening. Just over 5 days. I've done a playthrough in a week like 1 or 2 times, and that's really quick for me. Even if I do it within 2 weeks, it's normally quick for me. I just felt motivated near the end of my previous run, Alpha Sapphire, to do this one within a week, just to see how fast it could go, and did it in just over 5 days, which is really cool. I'm not going to take a break from here. I'm just going to take it a little easy. I have post-game to do. I have a few more Pokemon to catch. Stakataka, Pheromosa, Celesteela. I think that's the 3 that I still want for post-game. Teach some moves, do whatever in the post-game. Take my time on that. And probably the stream on Saturday might just be me doing post-game and me not having done anything since. Since today. Just do post-game stuff they are. Take my time before I start Shining Pearl, because that will be the next playthrough. We're going to play Pokemon Shining Pearl next. The final Gen 8 game that we haven't played and completed yet. Brilliant Diamond was scary, even though we didn't have that many deaths. I think we had 2 in total. One against Jupiter, one against Bertha. But it's a scary game, bunch of EV training. Wonder how Shining Pearl will go. I do want to beat it at least once. Here she is, the first Pokemon League champion from Alola. This calls for celebration, so let's all get to it. Yay! There's no more Team Skull. Do whatever the hell you want. What? Okay, we're all just punk guys now and punk girls. We're staying with you, dude. Yes, they do like me. They're investigating Zygarde, because why wouldn't they? Already Hall of Famed that. Cleared out the Ultra Sun League with Zygarde. Had a death only really late. My Wishy-Washy died against Necrozma. Oh, I wonder what cave that is. I haven't seen that cave before. Guzzlord wasn't there in the originals, I don't know. Recon Squad and Colress are here. They probably have some interesting things to talk about. Learn from each other about their technologies. Faba, what are you up to? Hey friend, do your Z move. Why is Moline late? Ah, Nanu's actually on stage this time, unlike in Sun and Moon where he's in the back. Oh, now it's Mina at the back. Why would Mina be at the back? Wait, you can see me? Oh my god. This is one of those little things that they do still shake up. Gladion, where are you going? Train in Kanto. Bye bye Gladion. Bye bye bye. This is just this one female employee in the middle there. I was like, oh yeah, bye. Let's listen to me. Bye bye bye. That's a very different reason for leaving on a boat than in the original Sun and Moon. All of us go speak to Tapu Koko. We'd have to battle Tapu Koko here, right? It's just the original Sun and Moon where we go there with... We sneak out with Lily. Hey, come on, you're gonna miss the rest of the festival. Tapu Koko! Hey, Lily, you made it over the bridge again. Good job. Thank you, Tapu Koko, for saving us, for protecting us, and taking care of everyone. Look at this. Everybody's so fired up. Woo! We've got the birth of Alola, strongest ever trainer to celebrate after all. I may have lost, but I'm going to keep working hard to be totally in sync with my partners and pull out my Pokemon's full power. And then, I'm coming for you, Champion Savannah. Savannah! No, sorry. I mean Champion. I'm sure everybody here wants to see your partners too. Come on and show us those partners. They were there for so many of your discoveries, new experiences, and adventures on your island challenge. Shovel, Crystal, Blink Blitz, Asteroid, Etchy, Asuka. Standard party. My dear Pokemon partners. I choose you! I'm gonna enjoy these credits because I don't think I know these credits too well. Did some more dancing like we had in Gen 2 and then the Gen 2 remakes, How This Is Over. It's probably what it's inspired by. Is this gonna be all the totems dancing? And this is then gonna be Gumshoes and Ultra Sun? That's the totem Pokemon. Here's a Rockwanid. Using a Rockwanid on my team for a bit. Alright, so next stream is planned for Saturday. I'm gonna say that's gonna be when I do post-game stuff for this playthrough. And then somewhere next week I start Shining Pearl. I'm planning to start a new game on Monday. And I don't mean Foreverlocke, it's something new, because right now I don't have anything other scheduled than the Foreverlocke itself. It's gonna be, I think, Mario-Mon first. This Fire Red Leaf Green ROM hack fan game, not really sure which one it is. Mario characters instead of Pokemon. I think that'll be fun to play blind. I'd love to do any Pokemon game but with crowd control, but I don't have enough average viewership to do that. Maybe more people will come in once I do it, but I also don't want to waste it. Start it and then have no one show up, or maybe one person. So when average viewership is higher, that's probably what I'll do. Metron tournament will continue. Metron tournament will, I think somewhere this weekend I'll probably stream again. Although, there's Formula 1 happening, there's IndyCar happening, there's Formula E happening, there's NASCAR happening. Maybe I won't have much time to stream or record this weekend. Streamed and uploaded something for the Metron tournament earlier today. Still have a video ready to edit that I could then have uploaded for Saturday. So as long as I, like, before the end of Monday, stream Metron tournament again, it'll be okay. Me and McHugh breaks his neck. Yeah. So I think that's what we'll do. Saturday, close game for this. Monday, Mario Mon. So then you'll see the new game of the Foreverlocke, which will be Shining Pearl, on Wednesday. I do want to keep Wednesday for sure for Foreverlocke. Those are the Pokemon that I'm going to use in that playthrough? I don't really know yet. The slots that I have open for my starters are Turtwig, Grottle, Piplup, and Empoleon. I do believe there's one person that wanted to be an Empoleon that I had written down. But I'm going to check that later. There's certain Pokemon that I name after certain people. No, actually, I didn't keep that here. Somewhere else. Who wanted to be the Empoleon? Oh, Psycho was. Yeah, Psycho's definitely Turtle, I just remember. So, I'm strongly considering using Empoleon as my starter, but it also depends on what other Pokemon I have available. And I also realized that Empoleon's not going to be that useful against Garchomp, and I have to think very far ahead, including to Garchomp. Empoleon in general will be a very useful Pokemon, but I need a weapon against Garchomp. I do have Darkrai redeemed as a Mythical Redemption, and I have it in Gen 8 BDSP storage specifically to help against Pokemon like Garchomp. Because Darkrai is just good, and it can learn Ice Beam, I'm pretty sure. So maybe just before the league, I intentionally sacrifice something to a random wild Pokemon, just so I can add Darkrai to the team, if it comes to it. So probably I'll have Empoleon, so Psycho Sausage on the team, but no promises yet. You'll see that next week when I start that playthrough. I might not start it on stream, I might start it by myself, and then you'll see wherever I am. Unlike Lids, who streamed literally every bit of progress, I've only ever done that in the first playthrough. I intend to stream it regularly because it's super fun, and there's a lot of people that know me for Pokemon stuff. This allows me to bring out a lot of Pokemon content that I'm excited about. But I'm just going to stream wherever I am, and then always the finales, for sure. I'm home. Pokemon Ultra Moon. Completed. I'm not gonna do the post game. It's way too scary. I'm gonna have to build a new entire team for it anyway. Although I suppose I do have a level 100 Tapu Fini. I could try some stuff, but it's risky. I don't want to lose the Pokemon. Let's check the PC if there's any kind of Hall of Fame screen with all 6 Pokemon listed at once. Oh, that's nice to hear. That's the first of 5 Ultra. Yeah, the Ultra exclusives into the Hall of Fame. Poipole, Naganadel, Blacephalon I have obtained. Stack Attack I'll catch in this post game. I have 2 Master Balls for 3 Pokemon, basically. I'll just use the Ultra Warp Ride to get to them. I want to see this entire intro. I'd like to watch the intro. I understand that the intro screen of a game might show some stuff from the game, but I don't like how the fusion of Lunala and Necrozma is shown right in the intro, because it's, to me, major spoilers. I wasn't a fan of that. I want to find out in the game, and then maybe the intro changes. Some of the exclusive C moves that I'm not sure I'll ever get to use, because I'm pretty sure the one you really want to use the one for Komodo, but you only get the Z crystal in post game. I'm pretty sure there's no way to use it in main game. Pikachu area that I never went to. Photo studio I didn't do much with. Made the one photo. Giant jump with the Mantine. Oh my god. So Nihilego came out. Necrozma showed up. That was a really cool scene. Lunala and yum. If you don't want spoilers, you shouldn't be watching the intro sequence. Because that's massive spoilers for the plot. I just want to get to the Poké Center to see if there's something going on. Because I'm pretty sure there's going to be Chaos now, and Festival Plaza, and stuff's happening, and then episode Rainbow Rocket's going to start. I'm not going to... I don't care. Is it the Ultra Recon Squad? Is it Looker? It's the Recon Squad! Alola! Oh yeah, that's where we get Stack Attacker, I think. Where's my hair stuck? I was gonna shower in a sec anyway. I'll get it unstuck. I'll join later. Yeah, pretty sure that's where we catch Stack Attacker. And only after that we get Rainbow Rocket, maybe. Do we have the Hall of Fame thingy? No, just straight in here? Where the Hall of Fame thing? I want to see the Hall of Fame thing. Oh, I guess not. Or do we have it somewhere here? Trainer passport? No, it's not going to show up there. Champion! One more view for our squad. Shovel, Sandygast, Crystal the Glaceon, Etchi the Oricorio that ended up never becoming Ghost or Psychic Oricorio, which really surprises me. Asteroid the Cosmoem, Blink Blitz, Zero Aura, such a cool Pokemon, cool animations. And then Asuka the Rowlet. Welcome to the Foreverlocke Hall of Fame. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Make sure you always remember that you are worth it. Goodbye.